In the depths of this world, where no sunlight reaches, contains mysteries that is above all knowledge. Today, we dive into a lake different off all others. A lake that isn't just an ecosystem, but a consciousness, an intelligence sleeping beneath the rippling surface. Imagine a lake, calm and peaceful at first glance, but deep in the muddy bottom, something extraordinary is happening. A microscopic community, a colony of microbes, has, over the centuries, evolved into something we can only call the hive. This isn't a random cluster of single-celled organisms. No, this is a superorganism, a collective mind with one purpose: to survive, evolve, and dominate. The hive started small, humble, but its intelligence grew exponentially. It learned to manipulate its environment. The first step was infecting the smallest life forms in the lake: algae, plankton. By injecting a subtle genetic code, the hive took control. These microscopic creatures became the eyes and ears of the collective, gathering information about currents, temperature, and the presence of larger prey. They became the building blocks of a rising kingdom. But the hive was hungry. It craved more complexity, more power. They became more aggressive, better hunters, and unknowingly drove their prey closer to the central core of the hive. Tiny roach, proud perch, even the mighty pike at the top of the food chain were not safe. The infection was cunning. It didn't turn the fish into mindless zombies. Instead, it subtly influenced their behavior. They became more aggressive, better hunters, and unknowingly drove their prey closer to the central core of the hive. They became the unaware soldiers of a silent army. The true brilliance of the hive revealed itself when it began to experiment. It didn't just use the infected creatures as pawns, it used them as genetic material. Imagine a fish with the speed of a trout, but the armored scales of a carp, or an amphibian that breathes underwater like a fish, yet hunts on land with the agility of a viper. These were no longer natural evolutions, these were creations, hybrids, designed and crafted by the mastermind in the depths. Each new hybrid was stronger, faster, and deadlier than the last. They became the elite guard of the hive, protectors of its territory. They patrolled the murky water, eliminated threats, and expanded the influence of the collective. Other animals that wandered too close to the water, birds, otters, even deer stopping for a drink, became the next targets. The infection spread from water to land, slowly but surely. The hive learned, adapted, and created increasingly complex hybrids, each perfectly shaped to secure its dominion. The lake was no longer a place of natural balance. It had become a laboratory, a battlefield, and at the center of it all, pulsing with unfathomable intelligence, lay the hive, a core of microbes, once the humblest form of life, now the undisputed ruler of its domain, constantly creating the next perfect hybrid to tighten its grip on everything that lives. The ultimate predator is not a single creature, but the lake itself. Did you like diving in the fascinating unknown worlds? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that push the limits of imagination. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.